Chapter 7, Revealing the Great Wall. Yimin and her classmates continued to study the Great Wall of China in school the next week. After school, Yimin and Qin tested their mortars and decided which mixture was the best choice. Each day they gathered more stones, mixed more and more mortar, and made their wall around the garden bigger and bigger. The day before the class was going to make their next visit to the garden, Yimin and Qin finished building the last section of the wall with a sticky mortar. Their very own Great Wall was complete. The next day in class, Yimin couldn't wait for her classmates to see what she and Qin had created. Finally, La Shou said the words Yimin had been waiting for. "Why don't we go outside and tend the garden?" None of Yimin's classmates seemed excited to check on the seedlings they had planted. Tao raised her hand. "Nothing that we plant gets to grow. The rabbit eats it too quickly." Qin turned and looked at Yimin. She smiled back at him. She was so excited she could barely sit still. La Shou nodded. "You are right. We will have to work on a way to keep our plants safe. For now, though, we will continue to water and weed the garden. Let's go." Yimin grabbed Qin's hand and pulled him to the front of the line. She wanted to make sure she didn't miss a moment. Outside, Yimin stood by the bamboo reeds on the side of the garden. She wanted to see everyone's reactions. The class spread out in the garden. Some students pointed towards half-eaten plants, and others lifted leaves with nibble marks on them. Some of the students made their way towards the back of the garden to check on the newly planted seeds. "Look!" one of the girls cried. "There's a wall around the new seedlings. They're all healthy and growing." More students headed towards the back of the garden, gathering around the plants. La Shou followed them over. Yimin stood back proudly, looking from her classmates to Qin. "This is wonderful," La Shou said. "Who built this wall around our new plants?" The children in the class looked at one another. Then a loud voice coming behind them caught their attention. "We did!" La Shou and the class turned around to see Yimin and Qin standing behind them, grinning at the great wall they had built. "Yimin, Qin, you two have been wonderful engineers. Maybe you can teach your classmates what you have learned. We could all work together to make a wall around the other plants in the garden," La Shou said. Qin began telling the class about all the steps of the engineering design process that the two of them had used. Yimin explained how they had discovered that some types of mortar were stronger than others. As Yimin spoke with her classmates, she realized that one very special person was missing from the discussion about materials and engineering.